The first time I saw Jake Harlan, he was strutting across the quad at Stanford like he owned the place, his laugh echoing off the palm trees as if the world was his personal joke. I hated him instantly, not just because he was the golden boy everyone adored, captain of the soccer team with that effortless charm that made professors bend rules and girls giggle in hallways, but because he represented everything I despised. Privilege wrapped in a perfect smile, the kind that hid entitlement behind easy apologies. By sophomore year, our paths collided in a philosophy class where he debated me into the ground, his arguments slick and superficial, leaving me fuming in my seat, wondering how someone so shallow could steal the spotlight from those of us who actually worked for it. I remember the day it all boiled over. We were assigned to the same group project on existentialism, and Jake showed up late to every meeting, flashing that grin like it excused everything. "Sorry, man, practice ran long," he'd say, sliding into the chair next to me, his knee brushing mine accidentally, or so I thought. Inside, I seethed. Why did he get to coast while Alex Rivera, the scholarship kid from a broken home in Chicago, had to claw for every grade? My mom had sacrificed everything to get me here, working double shifts at the diner, skipping meals so I could have books, and here was this rich kid from the suburbs treating college like a vacation. I snapped at him one afternoon in the library, my voice low but sharp. "You think life's just a game, don't you? Some of us can't afford to fail." He blinked, surprised, then leaned back with a smirk. "Lighten up, Alex. Not everything's a battle." But it was, for me. Every interaction with him fueled this fire in my chest, a mix of envy and resentment that twisted into something darker. Why did he unsettle me so much? Was it his confidence, or the way his eyes lingered a second too long when we argued? As the semesters dragged on, our rivalry deepened. Jake was everywhere. Parties I avoided, study groups I dominated, even the campus gym where I'd spot him lifting weights, his shirt clinging just enough to distract. I told myself it was annoyance, nothing more. But late at night, alone in my dorm, doubts crept in. Why did his voice echo in my head during those heated debates? Why did I replay our conversations, dissecting every word for hidden meanings? I pushed it down, focusing on my goals. Graduate top of the class, land a job in tech, prove to the world, and myself, that I didn't need anyone like him. Friends noticed my fixation. "Dude, you're obsessed," my roommate teased one evening as I ranted about Jake's latest stunt, pulling an all-nighter for a paper while he partied. Obsessed? No, it was hate, pure and simple. Or so I convinced myself. By senior year, we'd barely spoken outside forced encounters, but the tension simmered, unspoken accusations hanging between us like smoke. Graduation came like a release. I walked across that stage, diploma in hand, ready to leave California and all its ghosts behind. Jake was there too, of course, cheered louder than anyone, his family a picture-perfect unit in the stands. I didn't glance his way. New York called, a startup job in Manhattan, anonymity in the crowds. For the first time, I breathed freely, no longer measuring myself against his shadow. But fate, that cruel joker, had other plans. 2 years later, at a tech conference in the city, I turned a corner in the crowded expo hall, and there he was, Jake Harlan, booth representative for a rival firm, that same damn smile lighting up his face. My stomach dropped. "Alex? No way!" he exclaimed, extending a hand like we were old pals. I shook it stiffly, words caught in my throat. Why here? Why now? The old resentment flared, but beneath it, something new stirred. A curiosity I couldn't name. We ended up at the same panel discussion, seated rows apart, but I felt his presence like a magnet. Afterward, he caught me at the coffee station. "Hey, we should grab drinks. Catch up." I wanted to refuse, to walk away and bury the past, but my mouth betrayed me. Sure, why not? That night, over bourbon in a dimly lit bar, the conversation flowed easier than expected. He talked about his post-college struggles, family pressure to join the firm, the emptiness of success without passion. "I envied you, you know," he admitted, staring into his glass. "You always seemed so driven, so real." Envied me? The idea shattered my worldview. All those years, I'd painted him as the villain. But here he was, vulnerable, admitting flaws I'd never imagined. My mind raced. Was my hate just a shield? Had I projected my insecurities onto him? As we parted, his hand lingered on my shoulder, a spark igniting questions I'd long suppressed. The next weeks blurred into unexpected texts and meetups. Jake was in New York often for work, and somehow our paths intertwined. Coffee turned to dinners, arguments to laughs. But doubt gnawed at me. What was this? Friendship? Or something more? I dated women in college, safe and expected, but never felt this pull. Society's whispers echoed in my head. My conservative upbringing, the fear of judgment. One evening, walking through Central Park, he stopped under a street lamp. "Alex, I need to say something." His voice trembled. "Back in school, I wasn't just debating you. I was drawn to you." The confession hung heavy. Drawn? My heart pounded. "I hated you," I whispered, but the words felt hollow. Inside, turmoil raged. Admit it or run? I chose neither, pulling away with excuses, but the seed was planted. Nights after that park confession became sleepless battles. I'd stare at the ceiling, replaying Jake's words, my mind a storm of what-ifs. What if I let this in? What if it destroyed everything I'd built? My career was thriving. Promotions at the startup, respect from colleagues, but vulnerability terrified me. Jake texted the next day, "Sorry if I freaked you out. Just had to be honest." I typed responses, deleted them, finally settling on, "It's cool. Let's hang soon." Why? Because ignoring it felt worse than facing it. Our next meetup was tense, air thick with unspoken truths. Over pizza in Brooklyn, he steered clear of the topic, talking shop instead. But his eyes searched mine, probing for cracks in my armor. I hated how he saw through me, how he made me question the walls I'd erected. As months passed, our hangouts evolved. We explored the city, museums, bars, late-night walks where conversations delved deeper. He shared his own struggles. A father who expected perfection, a mother who ignored the signs of his sexuality. I played the part in college, he confessed one rainy afternoon in a cafe. Soccer star, ladies' man. But it was all a front. His vulnerability cracked something in me. I'd hidden too my family's poverty, my fears of not belonging. "Why me?" I asked finally, voice barely above a whisper. "Of all people, why chase the guy who despised you?" He smiled sadly. "Because you saw me, Alex. Not the facade. The real me. That hit hard." Had I? Or had hate blinded me? Inner conflict intensified. Society screamed this was wrong. Friends' casual homophobia, news of hate crimes, but my heart whispered otherwise. One weekend, Jake invited me to his family's Hamptons house for a gathering. I hesitated. Meeting his world meant crossing a line. "Just as friends," he assured, but we both knew better. The drive out was silent, my thoughts screaming, "Turn back. You're not ready." But I went. His family was polished, welcoming on the surface, but I caught the sidelong glances, the subtle probes about my background. Jake's father pulled him aside. Words I overheard. "Who's this guy? Doesn't seem your type." Type? The implication stung. That night, alone in the guest room, I paced. Why expose myself to this? Jake knocked softly. "You okay?" We talked till dawn, whispers turning intimate, not physical but emotional. He admitted fearing rejection. I confessed my terror of change. "What if we try?" he asked. My resolve wavered. Back in the city, tension built. Work suffered. I snapped at colleagues, buried in doubt. Promotion loomed, but so did choices. Then came the blow. My mom called from Chicago, voice laced with concern. "Heard you're spending time with that college rival. What's going on, Mijo?" Word had spread through mutual friends. Panic surged. Lie? Or face it? "Just friends, Mom." But the words tasted bitter. Jake sensed my withdrawal, confronting me in my apartment. "You're pulling away. Why?" Tears welled mine unexpectedly. "Because this scares me. Society, family, everything." He held my gaze. "Me too. But hiding hurts more." That night, we agreed to take it slow, but the floodgates opened. Emotions I'd suppressed rushed forth. Attraction, fear, hope. Conflicts escalated. At a work event, a colleague joked about those gays ruining sports, Jake's old world. I froze, but Jake defended subtly, his hand brushing mine under the table. Later, alone, I raged internally. Why fight this battle? But his strength inspired. Our first real date, a quiet dinner, felt electric, conversations laced with possibility. Yet doubt lingered. What if it crashed? What if I lost myself? Jake's patience wore thin one argument. I can't keep chasing, Alex. Decide. His words echoed, forcing introspection. Was hate just denied love? The realization dawned slowly, painfully. Deciding felt like leaping off a cliff. After Jake's ultimatum, I spent days in isolation, journaling frantic thoughts. Admit you're gay? Or live a lie? Memories flooded. College glances I'd dismissed as rivalry. The jealousy masking desire. I called him finally. Let's try. For real. Relief washed over his voice. Our relationship blossomed tentatively, stolen moments in the city becoming anchors. But inner demons roared louder. Every public glance fueled paranoia. Were they judging? At a pride event Jake dragged me to, colors and cheers overwhelmed. This is us, he said, squeezing my hand. Us. The word thrilled and terrified. That night, doubts assaulted. You're faking it. You'll hurt him. Family loomed like a storm. Jake's parents invited us for dinner. His coming out had been rocky, but they'd adjusted. Mine? My mom, devout Catholic, would shatter. I delayed telling her, guilt gnawing. When? Jake pressed gently. Soon. I lied. Lies piled up, straining us. One fight erupted over dinner. You're ashamed of me, he accused. No, of myself. I shot back, tears streaming. We reconciled in whispers, but the wound festered. His vulnerability deepened my love. Late talks revealing his college crushes, including me. You challenged me, he said. Made me want more. More? I wanted it too, but fear choked me. Society's barbs sharpened. At work, rumors swirled after a photo of us surfaced online. A boss's offhand comment, keep personal life private. Subtle discrimination or paranoia. Jake faced worse. His firm lost a client over image issues. Worth it for you, he insisted, but doubt crept. Am I dragging him down? Inner monologues turned torturous. You're selfish. End it. But his touch, innocent hugs, grounded me. We navigated therapy together, unpacking baggage. Hate was attraction, the counselor suggested. Revelation hit. All those years, I'd loved him subconsciously. Highs mixed with lows. A weekend getaway to the Catskills brought peace, hikes, talks by the fire. I see our future, Jake murmured. Future? Marriage? The idea sparked joy, then terror. Back home, crisis struck. My sister visited, spotting Jake's jacket. Boyfriend? She probed. Panic. Deny? Yes, I admitted shakily. Her hug surprised. About time. Support? It bolstered me, but Mom remained the hurdle. Jake's encouragement. She loves you. Yet fear paralyzed. Emotions peaked at a friend's wedding. Watching vows, envy surged. Could be us, Jake whispered. Tears pricked. Yes, but at what cost? Post-wedding, we argued fiercely. I'm ready. You're not, he yelled. Give me time, pleaded. Silence followed, days of agony. Reconciliation came tearfully. I love you, I said first. The words freed something, but shadows lingered, society's rejection, internal shame. As feelings intensified, so did stakes. Love deepened, but so did turmoil. With my sister's blessing, I mustered courage for Mom. Over a video call, words tumbled. I'm gay, and Jake's my partner. Silence stretched eternally. Mijo, I need time. Her voice cracked, mixing love with disappointment. Devastation hit. Had I broken her? Jake held me as sobs racked. She'll come around. But doubt screamed, "You've ruined everything." Work pressures mounted, subtle exclusions from projects, whispers behind backs. "Focus on us," Jake urged, but resentment brewed. Why suffer for this? A major conflict erupted at a family reunion Jake's side hosted. His uncle, conservative, cornered me. "This phase, it's unnatural." Words like daggers. Jake defended fiercely. "Love's love, uncle." But the scene humiliated, fueling my rage. Why expose us? That night, accusations flew. "You dragged me into this," I shouted. "I thought you wanted it," he retorted, hurt flashing. We slept apart, my mind a whirlwind. "End it now. Save us both." Morning brought apologies, but scars remained. Society's weight crushed, news of anti-LGBT bills, friends distancing. Worth fighting? I questioned inwardly. Yet moments of bliss pierced the storm. Jake's proposal came unexpectedly, on a quiet Brooklyn bridge walk. "Marry me, Alex, despite everything." Ring in hand, tears in eyes. Joy surged, but fear countered. "Yes? No? Yes," I whispered, heart pounding. Planning amplified conflicts, venue debates, guest lists sparking family rifts. Jake's dad boycotted initially, relenting after pleas. My mom? Radio silence, twisting the knife. Inner battles raged. Deserve happiness? Or cursed? Public backlash hit when a colleague outed us maliciously online. Trolls flooded. Disgusting. Jake's firm investigated. Mine offered support, laced with warnings. Paranoia peaked. "We're targets," I fretted. Jake's resolve. "Together, we're stronger." But exhaustion set in, arguments escalating. "Maybe we pause," I suggested once, regretting instantly. His pain. After all this, reconciliation deepened bonds, but emotions rawed. As wedding neared, climax built. Mom called finally. "I'll come. For you." Relief mixed with resentment. Why so late? The ceremony loomed, symbol of triumph or folly. Wedding day dawned with nerves electric. In the mirror, I adjusted my tie, thoughts assaulting. This is real. No turning back. Guests murmured in the Manhattan venue. Friends supportive, families tentative. Jake waited at the altar, eyes locking mine. A silent promise amid chaos. Vows exchanged, voices trembling. Through hate to love, I choose you. Rings slipped on, sealing what once seemed impossible. Cheers erupted, but inside, doubts whispered. Was this right? Honeymoon in Hawaii brought respite, beaches, talks unraveling final knots. I hated you because I feared this. I confessed under stars. Loving you meant facing myself. Jake's reply. And I loved you for pushing me there. But reality intruded upon return. Society's gaze intensified. Stares in stores, slurs online. Family dinners strained. Mom's acceptance gradual but laced with prayers for change. Work stabilized, but scars lingered. Happiness coexisted with struggle. Was love enough? Years blurred. Anniversaries marked victories over odds. Yet questions haunted. Did we rush? Could hate truly flip? Inner peace eluded fully, but Jake's presence anchored. One evening, over wine, he asked, "Regrets?" "None," I lied partially. "Truth." The journey forged us, but at cost. Reflecting now, our story defies logic, enemies to spouses, defying norms. But was it destiny or delusion? In a world quick to judge, we persisted. Yet one lingers. Is true love born from hate, or merely a convenient myth?